Hey, this is Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap.
It's good to be back. Thank you for bearing with us. I was gone for a week. My wife had to go see had her sister and all. Anyhow, I ain't going to get into that. But while we were gone...
Why'd you bring it up then?
Well, because it's just what it is.
Well, now it sounds fishy.
What do you mean it sounds fishy?
Were you in prison?
No, I wasn't in prison.
Rehab.
Oh, shut your mouth. Nothing like that.
Did you guys split up for a minute?
No.
You had to go stay at the lake house?
No, I didn't have to stay at the lake house. We didn't split up. I took her up there to see her sisters. That's in the story. That's it.
It's great that you guys got back together, but working through trying times in any marriage is... it's more typical than you would think. Ask around.
Sitting here beside you's more trying than anything in my marriage ever was. That got nothing to do with my... Just shut up. While we were gone, we did leave you with a brand new Redneck Matinee, which I hope you all enjoyed. It's when we talk about these southern movies that we love, and this one we did while I was gone. Well, I mean, I did it, and then I left, and then we put it out there on the computer. It's called Breaker Breaker, Chuck Norris's first starring role.
Were you on a 2-week drunk? Is that where you were?
No, I wasn't on a 2-week.
I was. Well. So that's Breaker Breaker, Chuck Norris's first starring role, and boy, does it ever feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's got trucking, it's got dirt biking, it's got kicking.
Yeah. Lots of kicking. Lots of kicking.
There's a van with an eagle on it.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Folks, that's Redneck Matinee, Breaker Breaker, our latest episode. The episode before that's on White Line Fever. And before that, it's Burt Reynolds'.
Which Burt Reynolds?
All 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, take a break from politics. Don't listen to us scream about Trump all the time. We appreciate you listening to us scream because thank goodness somebody likes hearing us scream. But, yeah, give yourself a rest. Go over and listen to Redneck Matinee when you get you a chance.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast of them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap.
My thing's messed up. Hang on. Let me fix it.
Jackie is fixing his microphone.
I don't know how to fix these things. It's getting lower and lower, and I got to get down there with it. I won't bring it up to me.
I know this is what we should cut out, but just Jackie fixing a microphone. Back in our YouTube days, we do like 7 minutes on that.
Let me see. Hang on. There you go. Can everybody hear me?
Who are you asking?
I don't know. Whoever listens.
How are you gonna? Yeah, they can hear you. Jackie.
Well, I just want to make sure, because if I can't hear me, then I'm sitting there wasting my time and theirs.
How can you hear them?
I can't hear them. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Well, it's good to be back. Well, I was gone for a week, and we're back. Hope you went over and listened to the Redneck Matinee Breaker one. But, boy, I tell you, I had nothing I was more excited to do to get back here and discuss all the wonderful and amazing, startling things that are happening in the political world in the United States of America. Nothing gets me more excited to do that than there's just so much going on and so much to talk about. So, yeah, I just want to slip my wrist.
You hear them ghosts.
What is that?
It's like children laughing. Who's upstairs?
I don't know.
In
who's
the
up
store,
there.
it sounds like a Sunday school class come in. I don't know if people can hear this or not. I feel like there's a lot of technical problems on this one.
Right out the gate.
Right out the gate,
Where
you
do you
had to fix
take
the microphone. You take some time off, yeah. There's a
all
bunch
new.
of kids up. It sounds like a bunch of
It's all new to you.
giggling and laughing little girls up there. Is that?
It's none of your business if that's what it is. Then leave it be. Why does it concern you what kids or children are doing?
There's a certain audio fidelity that people expect.
Who?
And respect. Podcast listeners.
They have standards?
Folks, this is our 350th episode. Did you know that,
good
Jackie?
Lord. I think you mentioned it a little while ago. But
350. Now, look, there's a lot of terrible things.
see how much better we've gotten? See how far we've come? This is the 350th episode. You listen to it, fix a microphone, and children running around.
What are they doing up there?
It ain't none of your business what they're doing. They're
Well,
being kids laughing and doing, what children do, which I don't even know what that is these days.
I feel like in the 70s, which is a sentence I say a lot on this show, and our other one about the 70s movies, there were a lot of songs about kids. Isn't there a song that's literally like half kids giggling in a schoolyard?
I mean, I don't know it particularly, but there were songs like it, yeah.
My name is Johnny. I got a sticker. Come help me up on these monkey bars.
Well,
When I get older, I'll vote for freedom. Then I'll drive my car. What is Playground in My Mind? That's what I'm thinking of. That's one of those songs. But there's other ones like Sick Little Judy. I don't know. Isn't there a bunch of songs about kids from the 70s
Sick Little
with giggling
Judy.
in them?
and children giggle, that's what they do. I mean, back in, children would play games and giggle at each other. The children upstairs probably looking at something on somebody's phone.
That's true. Back in the 70s, there was just sort of a residual haze of pot smoke that caused everybody to giggle a little bit.
Keep children away from that. Don't bring that up in the same.
And now I feel like that's back. That's back now. Everywhere you turn, there's pot. Even in the non-legal states, there's pot. I mean, here in Tennessee, there's pot everywhere in some form or another.
If you ain't laid up on opiates, you are getting high with marijuana. That's what it is. That's what the world's come to now.
I mean, I don't want to put that blame on Trump, but he ain't helping.
No, he ain't helping at all, no.
He didn't have to start it. He didn't have to be, Trump doesn't have to be the drug company that sent out all them signed script pads to whatever they did. Trump didn't have to put open pill bottles in people's hands. Trump didn't have to jumpstart the whole thing.
No.
But he could help out a little bit, like take some stress off people, be the president, do a good job, care about more than himself.
Well, he thinks he's doing all that, I think. I mean, we know better, but I mean, I think he says it all the time. I'm the best president ever was. The most transparent administration all the time. And my numbers would be in the 75 if it weren't for the angry Democrats doing this and that and the other.
Stable genius. He said that again.
I want to enjoy some of this because it's so damn stupid. You want to laugh at it. Him going around and running. Nancy Pelosi made a man. Him going and how calm did you think I was? That's. I mean, the dumbest thing in the world. But, at the same time, there's children dying left and right on the border, and I can't enjoy any of this. There's none of it to be enjoyed. I understand you got to joke and make jokes about this or something just to get through the day. I know humor's supposed to save us and on about that, but the president, he ain't funny.
No, it's like if Michael Scott was imprisoning children.
Yeah.
How many kids have died?
I think this was the sixth one or something like that. It's 6 or 7. One's enough. Why do we got to be at this point?
Yeah, you don't need...
No reason for it. That didn't happen before. Plenty of people coming to the border. They got dealt with. I mean, it did not like this in the secession like it has been since then. They've been doing whatever the hell they were doing.
So just since we've been gone, here's a highlights reel.
Oh, good God.
Not Highlights, the magazine for children.
No.
Which I hate to mention in the same breath. What was that family, the Timber Toes? Remember that little wooden family?
Yeah, Timber Toes, yeah.
And what's Goofus and Gallant?
Goofus and Gallant, yeah. One was bad, one was good, that sort of thing.
What's happening?
Kids got too loud upstairs, I guess.
Did they pull up is that siren in the parking lot?
No, it drove on, I think.
Are they on Longhorns?
Could be. The children ain't at Longhorns. Ain't any place for them. They used
And
to
that's
have,
why they're so loud. They just coming out of the...
Well, that Longhorns years ago used to have, they didn't work out well because there used to be fights and stuff all the time after the police. But then they started doing line dancing, children line dancing during the day, and you bring your children, but hell, there's just as many fights there, too. So I think
It's something about the place. It ain't just the
ain't
booze.
because there wasn't nobody drinking when they had the children. They didn't have a bar open. This children, it was just something. You walk into that place and you want to hit somebody or get hit or something. I don't know.
No, there's spirits there.
Well, I don't know about all that.
There's some kind of vibe, some kind of evil vibe, some sort of Longhorns dancing parlor. Long time. I don't think they ever sponsored the show, but long time presence on the show.
I don't want him to sponsor. I don't want to bring that curse to us.
So many fights, so many stabbings.
I've only been in there maybe. It's been there most of my life. I've only been in this place. It's a dancing saloon or one Longhorn dance bar. I've only been there maybe 3-4 times in my lifetime, and every time as soon as you step foot in there, you get irritated.
Yeah, no, you're mad. Just driving by it.
If I look at it, yeah.
If I showed you a picture of it right now, do you think it'd make you mad? I could pull up on Google Maps.
I don't want to look at it. Why do it? I don't want to find out.
All right, well, calm
I
down.
don't be mad.
I will say that anytime there's a children dancing program of some sort, I think it's inaccurate to say nobody's drinking. Somebody.
Well, they ain't serving alcohol.
Not
in
to the children, but
no.
they passing a flask
Well,
around.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
All right. So we've been out maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks,
Something like that.
2.5. I'm not sure. A little longer than we thought.
Go down the list.
Well, just a few things here. Pardoning war criminals.
What the hell? Why? There's no reason for that. Who does he think he's going to make happy other than the war criminals? The military don't want that. Like, oh, I love military. No, they can't. For the military to put somebody away like that, you have to really do something bad. They don't want to put their own away. All the servicemen had to go and testify to get these people. These were people killing women and children. I heard about one fella, they were messing with the sights on his weapon so he'd miss because he was killing some. I mean, why? There's no reason for it.
It's like Oliver Stone created these people in his head. It's like saying, I'm going to make Kryptonians happy. I'm pardoning General Zod.
Why would it?
Ain't y'all? Well, no, the guy on Fox. The guy on what's
I don't know his name, but
that's
he's supposed,
the guy.
He was taking.
Happy.
Now this tells you a lot right here. He was willingly wanting people. He wanted everyone to know that it was him that came up with this idea. He was excited to take the blame for this. I'm the one that told him to let the war criminals out. Why would anybody? It's bad enough to do it, and this guy's going on TV and telling everybody, well, that was my idea.
That's me. I'm the war criminal guy.
The military, they were the first ones to come out and say, hell no, because they put all the soldiers we have everywhere now in danger. The ones that aren't out on the sea outside Iran at the moment. We'll see what happens there. That's something else that happened.
War with Iran.
War with Iran coming up. But when you tell the other countries we can just shoot you willy-nilly and, nobody, and the president going to let you walk, I mean, that puts everybody in danger. There ain't nothing positive about that. Are there a few cases that maybe should be looked into? Possibly. I don't know. But if anything needs to be looked into, the last person that's going to look into anything is the President of the United States.
No, if you're like, maybe there's a few cases here, or maybe there's some example. No, nothing is going to happen.
No.
Like, we need to actually look at the cases where something needs to be done. Well, we're not in a something good getting done time in American history.
That ain't going to happen.
We're in a time of making it harder for same-sex couples to adopt babies. Let's just do what was...
I don't
just make that.
They were going to say they're not citizens. The children aren't citizens because but just why?
Let's make that hard. Let's make adopting babies.
They
harder.
just said okay. They're trying to fix it. Where listen to this. Just take a few minutes to think how horrible someone has to be to sit down and put on paper to make this a reality. Homeless shelters can now get transgender people out, kick them out. Homeless shelters. How awful can you be to sit there and, I know they just hate transgender or whatever, no matter what, they can't serve in the military. By God, if they're living in the street, they ain't getting a cot for the night either. Or a bowl of soup or whatever the hell. Pitiful.
Hey, while we're at it, why don't we make sure Harriet Tubman never gets near a $20 bill?
There's no reason for that, but just pure, straight meanness. It was planned on. Everybody was approve of it. Nobody, I'm sure there's some people going to raise hell about it, but, it was a done deal, supposedly, and lately. Not while I'm here, no, sir. And imagine if he did that. CNN would kiss his rear end for 2 weeks. He don't have to do anything. He could keep on being awful, terrible human being, and just say, here, I'm going to put Harriet Tubman on $20 bill. People would sing his praises. Sure, some of his base would grumble a little bit, but they say, well, he had to do it. But if he just wanted to do the simplest thing, wouldn't have any effect on one thing or another. Every new MSNBC would say, thank God for on and on.
Come out, make a big day of it, Harriet Tubman Day.
Yeah.
It would help him be racist in so many other areas.
Yeah.
He won't even do the simplest thing that would help all his other racist programs and ideas. Instead, he just, we're just not going to do.
I don't want to give him any ideas either.
I don't either. I'm glad, thank God, he's inept because he's still pretty much getting away with everything.
What is he's
if
doing
he
what
was
he wants
smart, I guess I'd be in a camp already. And I'm a white, straight guy. So if I'm in the camp, Jesus. So let's just thank God he's this petty and stupid.
Yeah.
And self-consumed.
Yep.
Because if anybody was ever like, if you come out and said, oh, they said they were going to take Harriet Tubman off the $20 bill, and I said, not on my watch.
Love him.
He won't do it.
No, not going to do it.
What a dumbass.
Well, I know that. Everybody knows that. People that like him, I think some of them even know.
Look, I grew up in a time of conservatives pandering. Everybody, I don't want to say conservative, just a lot of pandering.
Yeah.
A lot of pandering, a lot of politicians who would use something like getting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill to sort of paper over a lot of other uncaring bullshit they did to communities that may not be doing as well as the white guys who are pandering with the Harriet Tubman $20 bill. Yep. So I know maybe the Harriet Tubman $20 bill could have been used for evil purposes by people who are not Trump, not that evil. So maybe this is what people like about Trump. He just never's going to put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. He says it. He comes out, pulls the brakes on it. Maybe those people who like him like that he doesn't pander because he only wants to be pandered to.
Yep. Well, he's pandering to his base. Don't tell me he don't do that. He don't give a damn about abortion. He don't give a damn about transgender people.
No, he likes abortion.
Well, yeah, the Lord knows he likes abortion. But he's pandering by saying all this stuff. I mean, he panders.
Yeah, that's a good point. He panders to the farmers.
Yeah, right.
Who then he fucks over.
Hey, watch your mouth.
And then he gives $16 billion to, which I guess is also pandering. That's like money pandering.
That's putting all the farmers on welfare is what it is. They love that. They love being on welfare. I'm sorry. I feel bad for anybody that's not doing good. They said suicide rates is up and all this sort of. I mean, that's terrible. It's terrible. But it's hard for me to have sympathy to vote for.
No, Jackie, we need these farmers to vote for whoever ain't Trump.
I know that. They ain't going to, at this point, I don't know why. I guess if they like being broke and hungry and having their tractors repossessed and on, going, pay the bank. I mean, it's pitiful what's happening to them. But, they said, well, I thought this and thought that, and I thought, and I'll never vote for him again. Good for them. But it seemed like all the racism he was spouting out during the damn campaign didn't seem to bother anybody a lick. It didn't bother enough people. So I'm sorry, forgive me. But it's hard to have a little sympathy.
How do you repossess a tractor? Do you have to get the keys?
I don't know how you do it. I know they're just taking
come in a big tow
those
truck.
things are expensive. I'm talking about them big with big farm, like those expensive. And also with this bailout, it don't go to little farmers. Just go to those big corporations. The big farmers. They have a big, all that stuff. Most of that money goes to these guys who are still hurting, granted. But the next rung under them, the farm, they ain't getting nothing. Probably shouldn't have voted for him. I guess better late than never. I'll say that. Forgive me. Sorry, I'll have sympathy for you, but you should have known better. You shouldn't have let all the looked aside from all the racism, because that don't ever lead to anything good as far as I'm concerned.
I would like some of these people to come on over and vote for Trump. I don't know how to pander to him good enough. I guess the opposite of what you're doing. And so let me try to pander. Oh, hell, I know. Who could pay attention to who's being racist to who back in? Come on over and vote for Biden. He don't remember a lot of shit he did either.
Biden does his share of racist stuff. He just,
Listen, you know who... Hey, I know y'all voted for Trump and you overlooked a lot of racism because you thought things were going to be fine and dandy under him, and now you are fucking screwed.
Watch your mouth.
And he's passing around, throwing like basically a roll of paper towels that's a few bucks your way, and everybody's saying, "Well, you stupid fucking asshole!
Hey.
It's your fault for voting for him." Well, I say, no. Come on over here to Joe Biden town, because he don't want people digging around in his past either. If you want people to let bygones be bygones, come over here to Biden 2020, because we're just not talking about a lot of stuff that happened before 2008 and a few times since then.
Yeah.
You think Biden's going to get it, Jackie?
He's so far ahead. It's just people wanting it to go back to the way things were. They're tired of this chaos, and that's the closest thing they got to it. I think that's what it is. It's a safe bet. Some older people think, well, I don't know about these youngins. I don't know about Bernie Sanders, but Biden, I know what's he going to put his foot in his mouth every other week. It's about the worst of it. Let me go back at. But I don't think whoever gets to be president, whether it's Biden or whoever it is, hope to God not anybody besides Trump, I should say, is going to have a hell of a job ahead of them. They ain't nobody going to like anything that they do. I mean, people will be glad that Trump ain't there no more. But other than that, because that liberal side is so divided, so they're going to be you'll be catching hell from every which direction. And having to repair half of the mess what he's done in the country. Some of it, I don't even know if it's repairable. I really don't know. But people think, we'll put Biden there, it'll go back to like it was. No, that ain't the case. No. We're going to be dealing with this mess for some time. Whether he's in office or out.
If Biden wanted to be president, then why was he behind the P tape the whole time?
What?
Wasn't Biden behind the P tape?
Oh, hell. Well, Bill
Biden was hiding in a closet filming them hookers.
Yeah.
Is that a sex positive term?
What is it?
Hooker, sex workers.
Prostitute.
I like hooker. I don't know what the origins of that are.
Straight walker.
No. Let's not go down the list.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just thinking of different names. Yeah.
Hooker sounded bad when I said it, but now I feel like it's something we can reclaim, but I don't know where it comes from.
Lady of the evening. Evening ladies.
And what does that mean?
I don't know what it means. That's what people said. I know. Like, is she up late? When I was younger, somebody say that. I didn't know what it meant. Before prostitute, I knew what that meant. And like hooker, I know what that meant. But lady of the evening, that could be what she worked this third shift, whatever.
You go to bed. If you ain't paid for sex, you're in bed by 6 p.m. What were we talking about?
Bill Barr gonna dig up all this stuff
why?
on Bill. He took the reins off. Trump took the. You could put anything you want out there. Ain't nothing classified anymore. You are going to tell us exactly how much Joe Biden was involved in this Russia investigation. I wouldn't put it past. They'll try to lock Obama up for it's all over with.
Look, we're very transparent, and we're going to release all the information about how Obama and his team of cronies conspired to spy on and ruin the presidency of America's greatest president, Donald J. Asshole Trump.
Traitors, as you said.
Well, they're all traitors, Jackie, because they've really been just really hammering Trump, and he can't get his numbers up above 40% much.
But they're staying at 40%. I mean, that
well,
in itself.
Ain't for lack of trying on account of these traitors. Just treason. Obama out there treasoning. Every day he's treasoning.
Yep. I mean, I don't like James Comey, but, I mean, what's anybody going to do? Everybody threw a fit and hollered when they fired him. Everybody went crazy, marching in the street, on and on. This is too much. But, I mean, literally, he could put him in jail tomorrow. Bill Barr could give him a warrant, send him over, get him, and ain't nobody going to do anything. How close are we to that? We think, well, that's going too far. He's already gone too far. Why would he not do that? And I don't like James Comey. I don't think he necessarily needs to go to prison for it, but I mean.
And so we're saying that he's so dumb that he didn't know he could get further if he put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
Yeah.
And yet he just keeps stumbling forward, closer and closer to damn fascism, just whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. Well,
I started saying the word, and I was like, is that the word I want to use? So I stopped, but I probably just said fascism.
Well, that's what it is. I don't know what else you say.
Just dictatorship. Just like if you're imprisoning your political rivals because Nancy Pelosi made you mad. Listen, Nancy Pelosi made people mad for years.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to throw her in jail till now.
Yeah.
Lock her up, is what they're going to be saying
Well,
next.
of course they are.
So, Comey, McCabe, Struck, what's his
I don't know. FBI, he going to put all the FBI
Page, they all going to be, Corey
yeah.
Lewandowski said they all going to be on trial by next spring.
And it probably will be. I don't know. You know, if they are, let me give you some advice, James Comey. If they send you a subpoena, just don't show up. McCabe, if they ask you for hearings, don't go, because evidently you ain't got to, from what I understand. Just don't show up. You got to report to prison. Just don't go. What's anybody going to do? Don't nobody do nothing anymore.
It's true. I've had to pick up trash on the side of the road many times. And finally, I caused so much trouble every time I went. I was like, you know what? I bet if I don't show up, they'll be glad.
Yeah.
And the last couple times, it's true. They're like, I seen one old boy who hits people in the leg with a stick. If you ain't picking up trash fast enough, he ain't supposed to do it. He only does it to the people he knows nobody will care about, like me. And he said, I wasn't going to get you out there no more. It ain't even fun hitting you in the leg with a stick.
Yeah.
I said, I overslept. I seen him at the store. I was eating ice cream. I said, I overslept. When was that I was supposed to pick up trash? Today? He said, it's last week. But I said, I don't care. I don't want that son of a bitch out here. I said, who are you calling a son of a bitch? He said, I get my leg hit in the stick and then see how big your lip is.
Right.
So once you come over here, then I'm on the other side of the parking lot getting in the car. I'll throw this ice cream on you. Oh, that people throwing milkshakes at Nigel Farage.
That's over England, right?
I don't know how to say nothing European.
Yeah. Well, who's the woman? May. I can say her name. She
Theresa May.
She said, the hell with this, I'm gone. Envious of England right now. I tell you what, I never thought I'd ever be envious of another country besides the proud red, white, and blue patriot. You know, I love this country, but I'll tell you right now, man, just can you imagine a leader that you can't stand just saying, you know what, I'm leaving? Envious.
Well, you got one Republican, Jackie, who is standing up against Trump.
Yeah, one, yeah. What's his name?
Justin Amash.
Amash.
Let's just say it that way.
Amash. Well, good on you, Amash.
Listen, I think that my inability to pronounce a lot of the top names in the news speaks well of me because it shows that I'm not watching cable news.
Well, that's true, yeah.
I'm reading these names, and I have no idea how they are said.
Well, good for you.
Then
yeah.
I get on my podcast microphone, and I prove it.
Yeah.
I could have gone and watched a bunch of Wolf Blitzers saying Amash or Amish or whatever the hell. But why would I do that to myself? And what would I gain?
Nothing.
I'd know how to pronounce some asshole's name. Some asshole who I'm glad is speaking out against Trump.
He won't matter for too long. That'll be, yeah.
In jail. He'll be on trial next spring.
They'll lock him up.
Treasoning.
Yeah. Joining with the trade. I don't know why you want to join that team. Now, remember now, he wasn't the only one. He's the only one now that says, okay, I read, first off, he read the Mueller report, which I guarantee you most of them ain't. Mitt Romney supposedly read it, remember? And he said, I just can't believe, I'm shocked, I can't believe it. And then that was the end of that. You didn't hear anything else from him. Just Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney ain't going to lose no votes in Utah. He's set there for life if he wants. He could raise holy hell and he's still going to win. But, of course, we know what he wants. He wants to run for damn president again, and he can't win it without all these Trumpies. So he ain't going to be a man and stand up for nothing. He's going to be a pathetic, miserable little coward as he is. Him and Marco Rubio, all of them. You're in a position right now. Most people their entire lives will never, very, very few people are going to be in your position where you could actually do something to save your nation. And you're actually in that position right now. You're in that moment. It's happening to you. You're in a position where you could save the country, but you ain't going to do nothing. You're going to sit there with your thumb up your rear end and pout every now and then.
That's illegal in Utah.
Well,
let me tell you something else about Utah. If Mitt Romney got on TV, you're absolutely right, Jackie. There's nothing he could do to lose. He could get on TV in Utah public television if that's legal, and he could be up there and just go, gosh darn these golly gee, and people would be like, I still got to vote for him.
Yeah.
He's Mitt Romney. He had a moment of weakness. I'm going to pray for him, and I'm going to vote for him.
He'll get through it.
Did you hear what he said? Yeah.
Well, the hell with Mitt Romney and the rest of them, though. They ain't going to do a damn thing, so can't count on any of them. So mash what?
Mash them.
Mash them. Good for you. I guess, it ain't going to do nothing. I don't know what. It'll be good for you. We could use a few more like you. But there ain't none. I guarantee you about 85% of Republicans hope he loses in 2020. I guarantee you. They ain't going to say that. But that way they don't have to deal with no more craziness. And they can still get that Trump base to vote for him again.
They can go back to being secret racists.
Secret racists. They don't have to be out loud about it
anymore. Not secret so much as...
No, but just quieter. Racist, yeah. Not
the
screaming.
Facts are the same or worse sometimes.
Still doing terrible things.
But they can go back to possibly not getting hit with a milkshake.
Yeah. I think I don't mind that. Food is fine. I'm not saying anybody should ever do anything to any elected official, but if something's got to be done, I don't want to see anybody get shot. Of course, that's terrible, and sadly, people plan on doing that a lot more often these days than not. But food,
Food's always better than getting shot.
Well, yeah, of course it is. But I'm just saying, I'm not suggesting that anybody do that. But, when I see somebody get hit with a pear.
Pears are hard sometimes.
Well, that can hurt. Yeah, depends
like
on.
Like a Harry and David pear.
Now, yeah, soft, mushy pear. Yeah, mushy. Not hard, fresh
wet and
pear.
Sloppy.
Yes. Harry and David pear, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. Three Stooges threw food all the time. Pie. Well, of course, they threw anvils and hammers and things, too. Buzzsaw. But I'm talking about when they threw pies.
They poke people in the eyes.
Yeah.
Don't do that either.
No,
listen, look at the Three Stooges and pretty much everything they did don't do, except for the pies.
Pies, yeah, that's okay, because they just, wipe it out your eyes.
Actually, don't listen to me. I don't want people to say, and then he instructed them to watch the films of the threes. I'm like, no. Let's just pretend we're not having this conversation.
No, let's get off of it. Sorry, I mentioned food. Don't throw food at anybody.
Don't
alone
make
elected officials, family members, nobody.
Don't lick your fingers. Use a napkin. You're an adult.
Well, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Grow up. Don't make videos of Nancy Pelosi chopped and screwed. Just, I don't know what's happening, Jackie.
It's just going to get worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse, and nobody's going to do anything about it. You know, sure, you can have every kind of investigation. That's why he's mad, because he lost a couple of things in the courts. But, of course, that ain't going to matter in the long run. He can get mad about it right now and throw a fit. But, subpoena who you want. They ain't going to show up. Threaten them, write them. How many sternly worded letters are the Democrats responsible for these days? How many sternly worded letters? That's about all they're good for, I think.
It's a good thing newspapers don't exist anymore, because the letters to the editor's section would be full of missives from our favorite congresspeople.
Yep.
And also, they're really working hard to be like, oh, Pelosi's drunk. Like, does that not help her in a way? Like a kicky fun, like loosen her up a little bit? Like, these are all terrible stereotypes, and I don't want to make fun of alcoholism. But fun, drunk Nancy doesn't sound that bad to me.
And look.
And who could blame her for having a drink or two?
They're having to doctor these videos and mix them up and whatever they do to it. The president goes on TV, they live and talks for 30 damn minutes, and you don't have to cut anything up on that. Just is he drunk? Is it what the hell? It doesn't make any damn sense to me.
What is he snorting?
What is he on? What the hell is wrong with him?
What's the matter with him? This is the president we're saying this about.
Other than being a terrible racist and just an all around butthole. Other than that, some ain't right.
Now, listen, I'm sure people are going to send me a bunch of articles or a goddamn, history book. Please don't. But Reagan, beloved president by many, but beloved by many, Ronald Reagan was suffering from dementia at the end of his administration, right? That's pretty much...
Everybody's confirmed that at this point.
We're pretty much saying that happened. But it was less noticeable than whatever's going on with Donald Trump. Yeah. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. I wasn't even born, was I? I don't think so.
Yeah, you was born.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't.
No, you was born. Hell.
I'm not that old.
Well,
I'm a little older than Taylor Swift.
What?
By a year. So maybe right at the end.
Shit.
Maybe right at the end I was born. Maybe it was like the day Reagan left office and his spirit went into my body.
His dementia spirit, yeah.
Wow. I feel like we're skirting a lot of lines on this one. I don't know.
Hey,
maybe we should listen
to say
more.
Anything nowadays, you're skirting the line. To give any kind of opinion.
Well, for
which way.
white guys.
Well, yeah, and that's for a good reason.
Honestly, I hope somebody gets elected president and the first act is just immediately to strip us of our podcast.
Careful what you wish for now.
Not Trump. That could happen. I don't want that to happen. But, I don't know.
Hey, if Joe Biden, listen. Joe Biden
ain't going to strip it. Hey, can't you guys talk about Hooters some more? Joe Biden ain't going to strip. Say the word strip. Hey, his ears perk up. What?
If he did, look, Joe Biden, if you somehow win the presidency and the first thing you tell him to do is quit doing this, I'm be more than happy to oblige. Don't worry. You don't even have to ask. I am not excited for a Joe Biden presidency. Let me make that perfectly clear. That is not something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a rock being president over what we have. So in that regard, yes. But him being up, I don't understand why he's so. I tell you, that fella I like is Buttigieg.
Wait, do you mean A-Rock or The Rock?
Who?
The Rock?
Buttigieg?
No, but you said earlier, Buttigieg. Okay, so he went on Fox News. Right? You like Buttigieg? See, a lot of people don't like Buttigieg. He's another white guy, although he's gay. But now I guess that doesn't matter so much to people except other gay men.
Takes the edge off a little bit.
Straight men. I don't know, man. Twitter confuses me. That's just because I need to listen more.
Well, I saw
Shut Up and Listen. We should start a podcast called Shut Up and Listen More, where we just silently read Twitter of people of color.
Nobody wants to hear us do that, especially the people whose tweets we'd be reading.
No, we silently.
Oh, silently read them to ourselves. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
No. Man, 350. I was saying we lasted for 350 episodes.
Huh?
So tired.
Phew.
It's hot. I'm sweating.
Hey there, everybody. This is still Jackie Bros on here.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Hey.
Welcome
to the 350th sponsor segment.
This would be it.
Did we do sponsor segments on episode 1?
I don't know. That's a long damn time ago. I don't know.
Welcome to the 350th time I said, I wish Guy Lancaster was here.
He was, yeah.
He's smart. He can't keep his head filled with facts about us.
He got more important things to deal with besides, yeah. But we sure do appreciate you, Guy. If you're out there, hope you listen. We thank you kindly.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah?
Let me tell you some other people I appreciate.
All right.
Everybody over there is giving us all that good Patreon money.
Oh, folks. Thank you kindly. Yeah, we couldn't do this without you. We sure do appreciate it. And all our patrons, we couldn't do it without you. We got an extra 20 minutes with Jackie and Dunlap coming up to all of our $5 patrons. And I'm glad you enjoy it. We enjoy talking to y'all. So if you hadn't give us $5 yet, which you don't have to listen, you don't. That's not required. It is required to hear the extra 20 minutes.
20 extra minutes.
20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap.
Which I think we just did a year. I think we either just passed a year on our Patreon.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
When do we stop this?
Any minute now, I guess.
I guess we're getting close to it. Yeah.
Today, just for example, we haven't done it yet, but today's 20 extra minutes. A lot of times we just get on there and I say, "Hey, Jackie, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And Jackie will just talk and ramble,
well,
sort of like this one, but shorter.
Oh.
And then sometimes we have something to talk about, or we have something. But today, if you heard the Breaker episode of Redneck Matinee, that we are going to talk about some of the stuff that we left out of that episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's the story of the great John L. There's a few facts about this minor actor and wrestler who's on screen in Chuck Norris's middling acting debut, Breaker, for maybe 3 minutes.
If that much, they arm wrestle, yeah.
Found a lot of articles on him.
Fascinating fella. That's things that you learn when you do these podcasts. I tell you what, things I'd never really care to learn, or things I'd never take time to look up and read about if it weren't for having to talk to y'all.
So if you want to learn, if you want to give us $5 and learn a lot about the great John L. and his Cougars.
Oh, yeah.
Then come on over to Red State Update Patreon. I think it's patreon.com/Red State Update. Give us $5, and then you're going to get at least 20 minutes of good, I don't even, C-list? Great John L. talking.
Yeah. And if you ain't got $5, we still appreciate you listening to this. And go
a lot
on.
of people give us $1.
We thank you kindly.
You don't got to give us no dollars.
No, if you don't want to, we still appreciate you listening. Go on over to Redneck Matinee, though, if you listen to this one and ain't listened to that one yet. Go over there and listen to about some great Southern cinema classics. that we love to talk about. We got some more coming up.
What are we going to do next, Jackie?
What
We
is
finally
next?
going to get to Smokey and the Bandit 2?
I think it's about time we put it off too long. We're still getting information. Have you done enough studying up on it? Do you think?
I got a lot of facts about the elephant.
Elephant, yeah, that's what kind of put that one on hold.
Listen, it's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July coming up.
Right.
That's Burt Reynolds weather.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So hopefully we'll have Smokey and the Bandit 2 coming up to you for too long. And then after that, I want to jump ahead in time. When can we do a Roadhouse?
Probably after Smokey and the Bandit 3.
All right, that sounds like a plan. That's Redneck Matinee. Go over and listen to what we got so far.
Wait, so we're doing Smokey and the Bandit 2, then 3, then Roadhouse?
Well, it seems like we did Smokey and the Bandit and then put 2 or 3 in between Smokey and the Bandit 2, so why not stretch it out?
That's a good point.
And how many people are in a hurry, anticipating hearing Smokey and the Bandit 2? What would you rather hear us talk about? Smokey and the Bandit 3. What would y'all rather hear us talk about, Smokey and the Bandit 3 or Roadhouse?
All right, let's put up a poll. We'll put up a poll over on our Patreon, and we'll let everybody vote on it, even people who ain't Patreoning us.
Yeah.
It'll be open to all. So go over to go to the you got a lot to do. You got to go to the Patreon page.
Yeah.
You got to listen, give us $5, listen 20 extra minutes. If you don't give us $5, I'm still going to put up a blog post over there with all the info about the great John L. from Breaker Breaker. And then we're going to put up a poll where you can vote on the next.
After Smokey and the Bandit 2.
Smokey and the Bandit 2 is definitely coming up. Then we're going to put up Smokey and the Bandit 3, Roadhouse. What's that Andy Griffith movie I just ordered?
It's Facing the Crowd. It's
Crowd.
That's a political one, but still, it's Southern. It's got Andy Griffith in it.
It's got Andy Griffith in it.
It's Southern. It counts,
so that's a curveball. You want to throw a fourth one in there?
Sure.
What?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Throw it in there? Let me see here. Why?
We've gone through a bunch of them.
We have. I know. Any which way but loose. That's Clint Eastwood. We ain't done a Clint Eastwood yet.
All right. We're going to put that up there.
That's 4.
4, and y'all go over to patreon.com and vote in that poll.
Well, if we do Any Which Way But Loose, that means eventually we're going to have to do Any Which Way You Can.
Well, if we could do Walking Tall, but then we got to do Walking Tall 2 and 3.
That's true. You can't just,
The sequels, folks, is where a lot of the gold lies. A lot of the sequels are almost uniformly terrible.
Yes.
But that's where I think our best episodes are going to be. Smokey and the Bandit 2 and 3, Walking Tall 2 and 3, Any Which Way You Can.
Well, I think just put those up on the poll.
Okay, we're going to do 2 polls. God damn it.
But do, yeah.
This is a good staff.
There is a Roadhouse too, from what I understand. There is an actual Roadhouse straight to video too.
Smokey and the Bandit TV movies, and overall,
no, TV don't count. We don't do TV on that.
Well, what about Dukes of Hazzard? Over on Patreon, Shane Copeland told us to do what's it called, Moonrunners, which is basically like proto Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah,
like their last name is Hag, and there's Uncle Jesse's in it, and Roscoe's in it, and there's a boar's nest and all this stuff. I've never seen it.
I ain't never seen Moonrunners either. Is that a TV or is that?
I think it's theatrical.
All right, put it on the list. Don't put it in the poll because we got to find where we can see that first.
Where the hell that going to come
The other ones I think we got access to. We can get a hold of.
Damn, I'm exhausted. This is a good staff meeting. I guess we better record our podcast now.
Oh, time to get to it. I think it's. Let me turn this on. We got to do. Local sponsors here. So this is part of the Parkist where we do local sponsors. That's how we appreciate your patrons. That $5, that $1, that $2, that however much it is, that 25 cents, whatever you got to give, we sure do appreciate it. Keeps the lights on, keeps the computer running, makes all the stuff go into the computer and out of it. And also what helps us do that is local sponsors here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. For those of you who live here, you're going to have a lot of good ideas about some wonderful products, some wonderful organizations that offer you so much to the community. And those of you who are traveling through, maybe you'll hear something on here like, well, I want to try that out. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to get this or put it in your pocket and go on about your way. But either way, A lot of great sponsors here, and I got a good sponsor this week. This is something unique and different and special. Now, sure, we have some sponsors of restaurants. Everybody likes a good restaurant. Everybody likes a little, eat or snack or something like that you can get. There's so many different things, but this is unique. This is something as far as I know, has not been offered anywhere else before in history. As far as I'm concerned, I may need to do some studying on that. But
wait a minute, you're saying from the beginning of time?
Yep. Never heard anybody that's done this.
From caveman days.
Sure.
Were they riding around?
Couldn't have done it back then. First off, you couldn't have, this is something, even if a caveman wanted to do this, he wouldn't know how, wouldn't have the capability to do it.
Something that a caveman might want to do but not know how. I am intrigued.
No, I didn't say he'd want to do it. I said if he wanted to do it. Caveman didn't want to do nothing but like club somebody and fight, a mammoth or something. That's, they didn't have a whole lot that they wanted to do. That was about it.
Eat paleo.
Huh?
Eat paleo.
Ate it.
So caveman is, what is this? It's a place you go?
No, it's got nothing to do with caveman. You the one that brought caveman up. Caveman ain't got nothing to do with this sponsor. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I'm totally intrigued.
Well, let me tell you. Now, or maybe you don't know. Do you know Wyatt Grubwheel?
I cannot say that I do.
Local gentleman here. Wyatt Grubwheel, probably one of the last, I would say, in the Murfreesboro area, old cowboys. I mean, this man,
he was a cowboy?
Well, he grew up on a ranch,
Where?
Huh?
What state?
Well, I think he's from Texas originally, but he lived here for some time. He'd been in Murfreesboro some time. I'd say, as far as Murfreesboro, legitimate cowboy still around.
Is he grizzled?
Oh, he grizzled, yeah. I'm talking. He's up there in age. He's about my age, maybe a little bit older.
Is he a stubborn old coot?
I ain't gonna sit there and say my sponsor's a stubborn old coot. No.
Are his legs a bowed?
Enough. Listen, he's White Grubwheel, and as far as cowboying goes, he knows a lot about it, and he also knows a lot about on the computer photos stops. He can do anything on a computer. He's a
computer cowboy?
That's what, yeah.
Sounds like a Bellamy Brothers song.
I'm telling you, this is something unique. I'm telling you right now. Now, everybody got pictures. That's what everybody does now. You put your pictures up on the computer. Put it on the book face. Put it on the Twitch. Put it on all of it. That's all the grams. That's all anybody does now. Take a picture, put it on there. That's what I'd say 99% of people do in the world most of the day. Am I right? Am I right there?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know the exact percentages.
Here's a picture of me doing this. Here's a picture of me doing that. Here's a picture of me over here. Here's a picture of me over there. That's what's on the computer. For most people, that's what they do. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying that's good or bad. It's a waste of time. I think in some cases, I like back in the days, you had a photo album. You had to drag that thing out, big old thick book. If you were wanting to look at pictures, you had to go through the effort. You really had to do something to look at some pictures. And
that was all you ever did was in that book.
Well, yeah. And yeah, that was it. Now it's just like, here's me eating a banana. Here I am. I went to Hardee's. That's usually eaten. I think the people most.
Why would you go to Hardee's if you already eat that banana?
Banana for breakfast, I guess.
And then sausage biscuit for second breakfast.
Second breakfast, yeah.
So back in the day of photo album, the only proof you had that you ever did anything was in that photo album.
Yeah, you had to drag that out and show somebody. I went to Hawaii, or I went to where, here's vacation. I went to Spain, or, Mount Rushmore, any of it.
If you did have a picture in a photo album of you eating a banana,
yeah,
there was a whole generation of family members younger than you that just thought you were the banana guy.
Man.
Like if you were eating a banana, it's like, that's Uncle Walt. And then you meet Uncle Walt later. It's like, where's your banana?
What are you talking about?
Because there was one picture of Uncle Walt in that book. He had a banana, and as a kid, you just think, well, Uncle Walt loves bananas.
Well, the difference is you used to take pictures. You had to wait a whole week for the picture to come out, so you took your time to take a damn picture. You took a picture when you was doing something. Santa Claus, every year. You go sit on Santa Claus lap. You go to...
Well, what if you sit on Santa Claus' lap and he was eating a banana?
All right. Forget
That's
the
what
banana.
I'm saying.
That's not what
You're
I'm
at
saying.
Mount Rushmore, and you're looking up, and you're eating a banana while you're sitting there. You're hungry.
Nowadays-
You drove all day to get to Mount Rushmore.
You used to put up pictures that you drive to get to, or you did this or do that vacation. This was something I made a celebrity or whatever. You took a picture. Nowadays, you just, here I am eating a banana. That's the point I'm trying to make. Nowadays, who wants to look at that?
I do have a bunch of pictures of me on my phone of me eating a banana.
All right. That's not what this is about. Now, okay, let's just say you got a picture of you eating a banana, you put it up on the computer and all those places I mentioned, then there's somebody else puts up a picture of them eating a banana. It's just you eating a banana, whoever eating a banana, people seen it, been there, done that. Well, tell you what, you give this picture, you put it in the email folder, however it works, you send it to Wyatt Grubwheels at yahoos.com, send him that. And for a small fee, he's going to make that picture something special. It ain't just you eating a banana anymore. No, with the magic of horse trit, White Grubwheel's horse trit, he will add a horse, any horse of your liking, incorporate that into that photograph, and now it's you and a beautiful Arabian stallion eating a banana.
Wait, is he painting this horse? Or is he just like, I can get on Snapchat and add a horse on my picture like a sticker? Like, look, here, I just did it.
Well, it's your choice. You can either have a finely painted, beautiful horse from White Grubwheel, or he can just do what you did, too, if you want him to do that.
Oh, so this grizzled old coot really knows how the internet works.
Well, yeah, she has to have a computer to do this. I said you got to email him to do this stuff. And sure, you
but
could
he
put
has a Yahoo address.
You could just put any kind of horse you want in a picture. Sure, you can do that on your own, but you're not an artist.
Did another horse.
Yeah, but there's no artistry to that. That's just
now
nothing.
I put a banana sticker on it and says, tell me it's
All right.
Friday.
White Grubwell has been around horses his entire life. He knows how a horse stands. He knows how a horse does this. He knows how a horse does that. He knows the perfect placement for the horse in the photograph that you present to him, which could be any photograph. Doesn't have to you eat a banana. We're just using an example. He knows how a horse would eat a banana if a horse did that. He would know just how to paint the horse's mouth.
Do horses eat bananas?
Not that I'm aware of, huh?
Is this the old man who dresses up like a cowboy and he wears chaps and boots and a cowboy hat and Durangos, and he goes down and he sits like at the fair? He's always doing like caricatures, like you get your caricature done.
That's how he dresses everywhere he goes. But yeah, that's he paints.
But he's the one that doesn't put you in a caricature. It's just a caricature of a horse he imagines you would ride if you had one.
Right.
I know him. White Grubwheel.
You said you didn't know who it was. Now you know him.
I thought you said Grub Wheels.
He also did those celebrity. If you like, say, I want Tom Cruise, he'd do Tom Cruise as a horse. Anybody.
So he could do the horse you would ride if you had a horse, or he could do a celebrity as a horse. Would he do me as a horse?
I don't know if he did that or not. I think he just did people on TV and movies and things.
So what's the difference between him doing like Bert Convy as a horse or me as a horse?
You'd have to take it up with him. I don't.
The other thing is he scared me, and he scared a lot of people there because he's an imposing.
All right.
And he's also always spitting tobacco, just like long, hard streams of it into that coffee can.
Tobacco. Well, that's what it.
No, I know a lot of people that chew tobacco, but I don't know nobody who spits like him, like these long, hard streams that come out of his mouth for like a minute.
He's a cowboy, like I said, grew up on a ranch, all that sort of stuff, and boy, he can paint a horse. And I'm telling you what, there's something you think right now. This ain't. I don't. That's good, Jackie. That's interesting, but I don't know if I'm really in the market for that sort of thing. Tell you right now, go get on your book face. Go through the pictures and just imagine a beautiful mount, any kind of horse, a Tennessee walking horse,
Clydesdale.
Malpaso, anything, just a Clydesdale horse. Yeah, imagine just adding the horse of your liking.
Those are the only horses I know.
You could put them in any of those photographs. Just think about it. Say, this is a pretty good picture, but man, can you imagine if I had a beautiful Appaloosa right there next to me?
That does sound good.
Yeah. I'm telling you what. Send it over to whitegrubwheel.yapoos.
I don't think.
Horstrit. Get him the picture that you want. He'll discuss fee with you. Depends on, different horse, different price, that sort of thing.
Wait, do you have a list of how much each horse costs?
No, he'll discuss that with you when you get on there.
He's terrified.
If you just want like a farm horse or something like that, I'm sure it's cheaper than like if you have a certain kind of racing stallion or something of that nature. It's just depends. Different horse, different price.
Does he do celebrity horses?
Not with Horse Street. That's something different. You need to go when he down at the square or at the fair or the festival or whatever. He'll be doing that.
Do silver? Put me riding on silver in a picture of me.
It depends on. You take it up with him. That's White Grub Wheels at yapoos.com. He'll discuss the fees with you, and I'm telling you what. You send him 3 or 4 pictures, and he'll put a horse in every single one of them. That's Horse Street by White Grub Wheel. Get on the computer, however you do it, and email him right now and get your horse in all those pictures.
When I was a kid, he'd do them caricatures, and I remember him saying, "I rode a horse here." He don't talk much, right? He's real stoic.
Well, he's a cowboy. He don't have a lot to say. He just does what he does.
He real quiet, but I guess, trying to make a kid laugh. He said, "I rode a horse here," but I thought he was telling the truth. And when I seen him leave, he was just in a hatchback.
Yeah. Well, he got to lug all that canvas and all that stuff, paints and stuff.
Man, he's been around a long time. White Grub Wheel.
Yeah. Horse Street.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Man. Jackie, I got a sponsor I think you're really going to like, but
we'll say about that. I don't know. I ain't heard it yet.
Well, it's Memorial Day, Jackie. It's hot as hell here in Tennessee.
It is.
People say climate change ain't real.
It's hot as hell, yeah.
Well, I wish you'd explain to me why it's so hot, because it's 130 degrees this Memorial Day weekend in Tennessee. It's hot out here.
Bad, yeah.
I ain't built for it. I ain't shed all what I'd call my winter plumage.
Oh.
I'm still working off some. Usually by the time it gets real hot and humid here in Tennessee, I've worked off a lot of my winter weight at the gym.
Winter weight?
So it feels a little early to me, but so I could use a way to cool off. My whole mouth is hot. Everything is hot. My tongue.
Yeah.
My head. The top of my head.
Well, it's hot outside, yeah.
The small of my back. The insides of my knees.
All right. You're hot. That's fine, yeah.
All up and down the back of my thighs.
Okay, you're hot and sweaty. I don't need to hear anymore. All right. What the hell's your sponsor?
I sure could use something good and delicious to cool me off. But it don't have to smell good. That's why I head over to Skunk Sickles.
What?
You know Dottie Harp? Have you ever heard it? You know Dottie Harp.
Dottie Harp.
You know that she's been working with syrups.
It got to do with smelling, though. What?
Dottie Harp has been working with syrups and sugars and natural flavorings ever since she worked out of that Jamba Juice.
Oh, yeah, she worked there for a while. Yeah, they closed that down. It didn't last long. It wasn't popular around these parts.
It wasn't like the ones you see in other places. It was, I guess it was a franchise, and the owners didn't really care. They're like, hey, you kids just do what you want in here.
Yeah.
Which is mostly just get high. It was really more of a place for kids to hang out.
That's all kids do anymore, that.
But Dottie Harp took what she learned from all the juice places and the candle shops she worked with scents and flavorings, and she has come up with the most delicious tasting popsicle that I ever put in my mouth.
Popsicle, I like it. And a hot, yeah.
Jackie, and you ain't never tasted nothing like this either.
Huh.
It's got a taste. It's hard to describe. It's fruity. It's refreshing. I guess, number one, it's refreshing.
I like it, yeah.
And other than that, I don't even know in what direction to go in my description. It's you gotta put it in your mouth and taste it. It's so delicious, Jackie. It's almost like grape. Well, that's their slogan. Skunk sickles, almost like grape.
What, sickles?
Skunk sickles. Oh, well, the other thing is it smells like ass. It smells...
All right. What the hell are you talking about? It smells
shitty,
like...
as
what?
in literal shit. It smells like a skunk. It smelled like a skunk come in and lifted its tail, and whatever the juice comes out of, its butthole or its junk area.
All right.
Or does it have a special hole?
I just shut your mouth. Why would I want to put anything that smell like that in my mouth?
Because it tastes so good. She could not figure out, and Dottie Harp has become a master at scents and fragrances and tastes and textures and syrups. And the texture of this popsicle, too, also ain't cold and icy. It's creamy and inviting, and yet it's just a popsicle.
If she's so good at all this stuff and making it taste so good, why the hell's it got to smell like that?
She don't know. She's done everything in her power.
She don't know.
She can, if she makes it smell better, it don't taste as good. It don't taste as almost like grape. It don't taste as refreshing. If the smell gets any better, the taste gets worse.
Well, ain't nobody going to put it in their mouth if it smells like that.
Have you been to Skunk Sickles?
No.
There's a line out the door.
What?
For Skunk Sickles. I mean, part of the fun is, shoo. That's the two sounds you make. You're going to walk into Skunk Sickles and you're going to make two sounds.
I'm not going to go to a place that smells. Everybody in a line with a clothespin on their nose?
They offer clothespins, sure. But that's really more of a cartoon thing. You don't do that good. You remember back when everybody had the Black Death and they had perfumed. How old are you? And
Black Death?
They had perfumed handkerchiefs because everybody was rotten from the outside and in. And they carry the perfume handkerchief around. They go, oh, things ain't so bad. Kind of sounds like today. But they also offer perfumed handkerchiefs. So when you eat the skunk sickle, so you don't gag too bad.
I don't want to gag. Nothing. I just eat a regular popsicle to cool off.
Well, it's your loss.
Well, I don't see how it is. I ain't got to smell something that smell like that.
Also, if you come to Skunk Sickles and you stand in that 2-hour line and you get up there and you're disappointed because they don't sell popsicles for skunks, that's your own problem. I mean, there's signage all over the place that says not for skunks. If you're trying to feed skunks something that will keep them happy, fat and happy, so they don't spray you with whatever hole it comes out of.
All right.
Or if you're trying to poison them because you're a monster, because they're cute, or if you're trying to scare them away, like throw skunk food into your neighbor's yard so all the skunks live there now. Whatever you're trying to do, if it does not involve sucking on something that smells bad but tastes good, you're going to be disappointed. Except so many people showed up expecting some sort of skunk food that she did start selling little bags of skunk feed. But that will only draw skunks to you. So if that's not your plan, I don't know what to tell you. Try the internet. That's where most things are sold these days. Also, if you show up and you stand in line for 2 hours and you get up there and you go, so where's all the bicycles for skunks? You're a fucking idiot.
All right.
It's not even a thing,
stupid,
and yet it happens 3 or 4 times a day.
All right.
So she had to have somebody draw up a sign of a skunk on a bicycle and put the Ghostbusters thing around it, the circle with the slash through it, so that people know that skunks are not riding bicycles in this store. You can't buy a bicycle for a skunk in this store. You can, as the name implies, only buy a delicious popsicle that tastes almost like grape and smells like shit.
All right.
So that's Skunk Sickles, almost like grape.
Yeah. just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. Postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. I'm not going to put anything in my mouth that smells bad. That's just the first thing. That's a human reaction to something. You smell it, and it's awful. The last thing you're going to do is pick it up and put it in your mouth. That just goes against it. That's God give you the sense of smell to keep you from eating things that'll make you sick like that. Now, if it tastes good, that's great. Good for her. I'm glad she come up, but she need to work on get something to smell because I ain't going to eat it.
I've heard this lecture so many times in my life.